Hey guys, greetings from Panuka Farm, from yours truly, one Mr. Panuka. It's been a while since we had a video here on our YouTube channel, but guess what? It's for the good reasons, because in the background we've been trying to cook up something. If you are glued to all our social media platforms, you actually know that we are developing what we're calling the Panuka AgriBiz Hub. Part of that is basically coming up with an agri SME oriented learning app, where we want to share what we've actually picked up in the last, say, 10 years of our farming journey. Very often, especially when we talk about the agri SMEs, information sharing is not very good. Of course, what we'll be doing, this is monetized content, but I think with this is actually value for money, because what we want to do is to bring to the fore a practitioner oriented courses with an African touch. I think it's high time Africa narrated its own stories. Yeah, so we have quite a number of courses that are lined up on that app. And what we are basically doing on that app is not just passing on information, but we are actually passing on transformation, hopefully the kind that would transform you from what I would call zero to hero. So yeah, quite a number of courses that are lined up there. And in terms of updates, we are almost about 80% in terms of developing the learning app, and then content development as well has actually advanced, and we think we're cooking up something that will resonate very well with you. So you've got, pardon me, but pretty soon you have quite a lot from our end in terms of content, capacity building, and hopefully this will be transformative. So keep looking forward to that. It's pretty soon, May. We're looking at launching with an initial 2 courses, and then we will move on to other courses that are lined up on the app. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. You can actually see I'm beaming with a smile, because I know what we're cooking. Yeah, and I think it's high time the practitioners of the agri SME space narrated their own stories, and the kind of stories that resonate with an average agri SME in Africa and any other developing countries. In terms of timeline, we're looking at launching the app in May, early May 2024, with 2 courses like I indicated. So the first one is focusing on risk management, and why risk management. It's basically to just flag some of the potential risks that you're actually bound to incur as you get into farming, and we have tried to be quite very elaborate looking at different kinds of risks: financial risks, operational risks, climate related risks, talk about social risks, like really quite detailed outline of the different risks that we've actually seen in our farming journey, and we look forward to sharing with you, and I hope you are just as excited. Then the second one, the second course that we will actually focus on is around how do you optimize the factors of production. There's land, labor, capital, and the entrepreneurship aspect. How do you basically use these 4 ingredients to run an enterprise that is actually profitable, quite sustainable, and you'll be happy with that. So I think we're cooking up something that's quite exciting, and we look forward to that. And the beauty is that this course comes out of practice. Panuka Farm, where we are now, is basically our test tube, if you like. This is the ground that we're using for validation of the concepts that we'll be sharing, on the learning, our platform. We're looking at around 8 to 10, courses by the end of, this year. We will obviously also be looking at, finance, there's accounting, aspects. And just in case you didn't know, the other side of me, I'm actually a chartered, accountant. And I also happen to be a certified international expert in climate and renewable energy finance. And so issues around impact, investments is something that we'll basically, look at also on the, platform. So our focus is much more on the, business side, of, running, an enterprise, of this, nature. And we think if we have a critical, mass of people that are basically running, these agriculture related enterprises at a certain, level, then I think some of the issues that Africa faces would be, a thing of the past. So yeah, that's what we're bringing to the fore. And I hope you guys are just as excited as Mr. Panuka. Yeah. So, okay, guys, that's about, what we've been, cooking on in the background. We're really hoping, you guys can sign up for this. Just below, you actually see a link that we're providing where you can, pre-sign in case you want to be among us the first people to be notified, once, this, app is ready and running. Yeah, so do that, and we will certainly, keep you updated, as the app development is, going on, as well as, the development of the, content. We really need to make sure that, Africa gets to a certain, level. I think it's high time we really raise the bar. One of the things that we've tried to do, you can actually see in the background here what I have. This is English, cucumber, the long, cukes. Yeah, this kind of cucumbers. When we started farming, we actually used to import these in Zambia, and what we have done over the last, almost 8 years is to redefine the landscape, and now we are extremely self-sufficient, and we are able now to meet, the demand, by, chain stores, from bare land to, this position where now we can supply every day, serious quantities. We can actually do like 1,000, pieces of English cucumber every day. Yeah. So we are basically trying to, bring to the fore what we've learned, on that, learning, app. I think there's been too many, people that have been fed what I call lullabies, by some of the motivational speakers in the agricultural space. But this is why we always want to make sure that you see what we've done, and that's exactly what we'll be passing on to you on this, learning, app, so that you can have, a zero to hero kind of journey. We will not be passing on information, but transformation. So yeah, sign up, and hope to see you, soon. And like we said, we'll keep you, updated on what's going on with the app, development. Yeah, so until then, have a lovely one. This has been yours truly, one Mr. Panuka. Ciao.